I am Nick Clements, and I used to make stuff like this. So in my last video, I recreated a scene from the Santa Claus.
I shave in the morning, in the afternoon, I look like this.
No, the other one. Oh. Yeah. And in this video, I figured I would just show how I ended up doing that shot. Now, originally, I filmed myself reacting to my beard growing back before I shaved it off, and then after I shaved it off. And my plan was to basically just kind of, fade them together. So before shaving and after shaving. But the thing is, I really didn't plan it out that well, and I just kind of hoped that I was standing in the same place, but I really wasn't even close. So trying to fade these into each other really wasn't going to work, and it was going to be a lot more trouble than it was worth to try and actually make these two shots merge together. But I still really wanted to try and have the bit in the video, so I decided to just try and do it in After Effects. So my first step was to find a good frame when I still had my beard, and we'll just export that frame, and then we'll bring that into Photoshop. Now I'm just going to crop the beard off my face. I'm going to do that using my tablet. I'm just going to create a new layer. Grab my pen tool. Get down to about 2 pixels. Hardness 100%. I'm just going to roughly trace out my beard. Now again, even if you aren't that great at drawing, if you do a lot of graphic design work, having a tablet like this is really handy. This is my go-to way to do image extractions now. I used to use the pen tool and the mouse, which is a great option if you don't have a tablet and you would just kind of sit here and draw points. And it is a very good method for cropping out images, especially over using the marquee tool for something very intricate and something that's going to take quite a long time, because the marquee tool, you one slip and then it selects and you're screwed. So I can definitely recommend the pen tool. However, I find drawing my mask so much more fun, and it makes the task of having to crop out images a much more enjoyable experience. Alright, that's pretty good. I'm just going to select the outside of that, select inverse, copy, and we'll select the mouth. And now we have our beard. And now to bring back all of the little fine wispy hairs and everything, a great trick that I use, and this works great for when you're cropping out animals and stuff, is to go over to the smudge tool. We're going to set this up pretty high, maybe 93. Again, we'll go up to maybe 2 pixels, hardness. I'll give myself a solid background so it's easier to see. I'm just gonna go along and start smudging in all these hairs. That's a little thick. Just go through and just redraw in all of those fine wispy hairs. Alright, that looks pretty good. Alright, save that. We'll fire up After Effects. So we'll just bring in the clip that I recorded after I shaved. We'll turn that into a new comp. And now I want to track my face. This will make it a lot easier to apply the image of the beard. So I'll just go into Track Motion, Position, and Rotation. And we should get a pretty good track on my eyes. 1 track point there, 1 track point there. Is my eye really big? Good. And then we will track forward. back to the start where we started tracking, and then we will track in reverse. Okay, and then we will just create a new null object. Then we'll apply that tracking data to the null object. Now we can see that that box moves with my face. So now if we bring in our cropped out beard, we can line that up with my face, puppet pin tool, just warp that on for a better fit. And then we will parent the beard layer to the null object, and just like that, the beard is now attached to my face. And that looks pretty good. So the only other thing to do is just to have it kind of animate on. So we could easily just fade it on, just like that, which looks pretty good. But I want to give it a little bit more life, have it grow on a little bit more organically than just kind of having it fade on. So I'm going to create a new solid. And then from the effects panel, choose fractal noise. And then we'll do the levels. Just make that a bit more contrasty. And then setting a keyframe to have the fractal noise go from complete black to complete white. And then I'm going to set the fractal noise layer as a luma matte. And we get this effect where it kind of grows on, which I think looks pretty darn good. Now, of course, this was my real beard, taken from almost the exact same angle with the exact same lighting, so when it's composited on my face, it looks really convincing. To say that I did forget to film it before I shaved, I probably still could pull off the shot in the same way, just using someone else's beard. Let's give it a try with Jack Black's beard. 2 pixels, 100% hardness. Alright, I think that's good enough. This is just for fun anyway, so turn that off. Layer 2 again, save that. Bring Jack's beard into After Effects, choose layer 2. Get it scaled roughly to size. Looks pretty good. And again, we'll parent that to our null object. Now I have Jack's beard. We can do the same thing where we set these as a luma matte, and it will grow on. So quite a bit less convincing, but you can see that, you know, if you took your time and adjusted the colors and the lighting, that it's more than doable. And that's it! I'm really pleased with the final result, especially for how quickly I put it together. Is it perfect? No, not at all. Could I have put a lot more time and effort into it? Absolutely. But it doesn't seem like that sort of thing even matters anymore.
None of that ringing a bell.
But my sincere thank you for watching. Once again, I am Nick D. Clements. If you're wondering, Nick is short for Nicholas, and the D stands for Dallas. Anyway, I'm off to make something else. As a luma matte, the alpha matte. How the hell did I do this?